First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
The Los Angeles Police Department confirming Rob Reiner's son, 32-year-old Nick Reiner, is in police custody and is facing murder charges in connection to the death of his own parents. Online jail records show Nick Reiner was booked by Los Angeles police and remains in jail right now on $4 million bail. The director, actor, and his wife, Michelle, were found dead last night at their home in L.A. Investigators say they believe the two were stabbed. Rob and Michelle have been married since 1989. They have 3 children together, Nick, Jake, and Romy. Rob Reiner is well known for directing high-grossing Hollywood films, including When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, and others. There's no word on a motive for their deaths. Just tragedy out of L.A. today. To start off the newscast, we want to welcome you into Fox 10 Live. It's Monday. It's a new week. We have a lot to talk about and more news, so let's get right back into it. A Birmingham family mourning the loss of their daughter killed in a shooting at Brown University. Ella Cook from Birmingham was one of 2 students killed when a shooter opened fire inside a classroom Saturday night, injuring 9 others. The suspect in that shooting is still on the run. During a Sunday morning service, officials at the Cathedral Church of the Advent in Birmingham announced Cook's death and spoke to the congregation about the kind of person she was. The FBI has thwarted potential terrorist attacks planned by a pro-Palestinian group for New Year's Eve. The group members were allegedly plotting coordinated bombings across several locations in L.A. 4 suspects identifying themselves as the, quote, Turtle Island Liberation Front were arrested in Lucerne Valley, California, where they were believed to be testing explosives. A 5th person believed to be connected to the group was arrested in New Orleans for allegedly planning a separate attack. The FBI says they were able to arrest the suspects before they were able to build a functional explosive device. All right, let's check in on the stories that we're working on with our Steve Alexander. He's got a list of them that our crews are working on right now.
This is Steve Alexander on the assignment desk with the stories following today. We now have the identity of a man killed in a plane crash over the weekend in the Irvington area. Brendan Kirby working on that story. Also, Mobile County Sheriff's officials announced arrests that they say were part of an initiative called Operation Frostbite. We'll have more on that. Also, police say they have arrested a woman. Mobile police say they've arrested a woman who they say.
And it looks like we had some video issue there. I'll try to get back to that. All right, 3:02 is your time, 3:03 now. Let's get to the forecast here on the Fox 10 Weather app. All the details on the Fox 10 Weather app, still talking about the cold weather that we have out there today. We're going to have more videos out coming later on. You have current temperatures available on the Fox 10 Weather app, and we can see how these have moved. Regional Airport has 49 degrees right now, 50 degrees. The downtown airport, 51 in Gulf Shores and 52 at NAS Pensacola, 52 at Pensacola International Airport. So those are your temperatures right now. We expected to get right around 50 degrees this afternoon. That is what we are seeing. Reminder, we have your full forecast video on the Fox 10 Weather app and extra information embedded in the actual day-by-day forecast. A couple things to think about. A very cold morning tomorrow morning. In fact, 43 degrees 27 degrees, and then 43 degrees, 55 degrees. Eventually, though, what we're going to see is a warming trend gradually as we get to Thursday. Thursday, there is a rain chance. You can see that on the day planner there. Then as we get to the weekend, maybe another small rain chance early next week before we get ready to prepare for Christmas, which the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast is in view. So a lot to see on the Fox 10 Weather app. Here's your next 10 hours. You can see outside that temperatures will continue to go down. We'll eventually get to the 30s, and tonight will be another night where many locations see the 20s under a mostly clear sky here. Here's what it looks like for your 10-hour forecast in Pensacola. Temperatures dropping through the 40s and eventually into the 30s here. That clear sky and lighter wind, so it's not going to feel as brutal as it did last night with the cold and the wind making it feel worse. It's just going to be cold. outside. 39 degrees again by the evening time in Pensacola. Gulf Shores, you're working your way through the 40s and then eventually into the 30s here with lighter winds and clear skies. Here are those forecast lows. Tomorrow morning, we're waking up around 25 degrees in Grove Hill, 23 in Monroeville, 25 in Evergreen, 27s along I-10, 29 in Fairhope, and 33, 32, 30, 34 for Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Navarre, and in Destin. Forecast planner tomorrow in Mobile does show that the afternoon about 10 degrees higher than we were this afternoon. 59 degrees in the afternoon, a couple of clouds around. Pensacola, similar numbers here with temperatures that are up a bit from where they were today under a mostly sunny sky there. Then other things that we are tracking. So it's been a chilly afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, about 10 degrees warmer. We're getting a warming trend here, especially after tomorrow morning, which will be our cold morning. And then looking ahead at a rain chance that we have to talk about as well. That rain chance comes on Thursday. You can actually kind of see this if you look at the temperature graph too. You see how the temperatures go up. Then on Thursday, that's our rain chance day. Thursday is our rain chance day. Then we have that front that passes through late Thursday night into Friday morning. Friday is a slightly cooler day. Then we ramp temperatures back up in the long range forecast. And that's what it looks like as we get closer and closer. Again, Monday here. By the time we're getting towards Wednesday and Thursday, we're talking about Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So could we see a warm forecast for Christmas? It looks like a possibility. We will have a look at that long range outlook that is coming up.
All right, thank you, Nick. Let's tell your story now. You guys have sent us some awesome pictures and videos from the weather, whether it was warm on Saturday or that cool front that came in Sunday and today. Lots of visually pleasing photos. So let's go to the first one. Nicole Gray has this one, and we're starting off with a smile on your face because these are two puppers, Cooper and Lily.
A lot of good puppy photos. I love these though. And a pretty tree with plenty of presents under there. Great to see this photo. We appreciate this one. Let's go ahead and go on. Rangor. This is the next one. Isn't he cutie? He says, I'm waiting on Santa.
Trying to keep those eyes open. I don't know if it's working out too well for him, though. That's a good thing, though. Santa doesn't come unless you're asleep.
Yes.
So he's got the right idea there.
Yes.
All right, Jamie Yerby sends us this. Candy Cane Lane at Mulherron Home and Sweet Lorraine ready for Santa. This is so cute. If you're unfamiliar with the Mulherron Home, it's home for people with special needs like Down syndrome that live there, and it's just a great place to really just have a good time and take care of some folks that may not have other options. So I love the decorations, bringing so much joy and holiday spirit. That's great. That's a great job right there.
That is really, I love the candy. I want to check the different photo, the other photo there, but like they got the candy decor completely. It looks really, really
They did a great job.
Yeah, look at that.
So cute.
That is so nice. All right, up next. This is from the Grand Hotel. Carlton and Casey Euler setting this one in. Christmas, of course, at the Grand Hotel is a magical thing in Point Clear. I can't tell you the last time I was down there like looking at the Christmas decorations during Christmas, but
I need to go. It is so pretty, and I forget about the hidden gem that we have right here in our backyard. But it's so beautiful. We were talking about it last week, how pretty it is. If you want to go out there and take a stroll, and maybe you have some grand plans at the Grand Hotel, like our friends here. Alyssa, this is Alyssa Veldman and her now fiance, David Parrish. She got engaged there on Saturday. She is one of our own. She works to put all the things online that you guys see and share when it comes to our news stories, and she does a great job, and we're just so happy for them. Yeah, so Alyssa does a lot of the work. If you are a follower of Fox 10 on social media, she's doing a large amount of that work, posting all of the stuff on there. So a huge congratulations to Alyssa. That is just the best place to do this. Check out the ring if it shows. I think the next picture coming up, she said it was customized. It's a custom ring, and it is gorgeous. I saw it in person here at the station. It is just absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to them. That is so exciting. And again, we were talking about this last week, how the Grand, that area, there are people I've known that get proposed to there. And it was like I was foreshadowing what was to come. I had no idea.
Guess so.
No idea.
The Grand is an amazing place to go, even for just a walk or sometimes something special like that.
There you go. Well, congratulations, Alyssa and her fiance. We wish y'all all the best. And of course, we've got more coming up for you, but we want to remind you to submit your own pictures. Maybe you're getting engaged this holiday season. Send that to us at fox10tv.com or our weather or news app.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do. Weather photos especially. Please send them in. We have more coming up.
An important story with more details and more angles.
In depth with Sarah Wall, mornings at 9 on the Fox 10 Gulf. Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
And welcome back in. Mariah Carey has been chosen to perform at the upcoming Milan Cortina Winter Olympics.
The organizing committee made the announcement today. The Grammy winner is the first international star named to perform at the ceremony, which will take place on February 6th.
The committee said Carey, quote, fully represents the emotional atmosphere that accompanies the run-up to the games.
The competition will be spread across different venues in northern Italy, and simultaneous but smaller opening ceremonies will also be held.
Well, the Vatican has inaugurated its nativity scene and Christmas tree in St. Peter's Square.
They are seen not just as decorations, but as symbols of communion, peace, and universal fraternity.
Next year marks the 800th anniversary of St. Francis of Assisi, who began the tradition of nativity scenes in 1223.
Wow, the religious and civil representatives were present for the inauguration and earlier met with the Pope Leo XIV.
The nativity scene and tree will remain on display until January 11th.
That is a gorgeous tree.
It really is. And I love nativity scenes and seeing them up and around and in people's yards and how creative people can get. Sometimes they're lit up, sometimes it's just old school with a light shining on it, and just all the different ways that we remember the real reason for the season. All right, a Maryland family is now facing hundreds of dollars in fines over their Christmas decorations.
Okay, let's see this. The Homeowners Association has fined the Salgado family $50 per day, totaling $650 so far, claiming the lights break nuisance rules.
But the family says their display, which includes lights on bushes and a manger scene, that is within their property boundaries and does not cause a nuisance. They point out that other neighbors have similar decorations and have not been fined.
The HOA released a statement saying its goal is to, quote, support a safe and respectful and well-maintained community, end quote, and to ensure its governing documents are enforced uniformly in accordance with Maryland law. I mean, that house is pretty bright.
Sounds like there being some Scrooges.
I'm
saying it.
I don't see. I like a bright. Shine bright.
Yeah, shine bright. I mean, the brighter the better.
Yes.
Think of it. It reminds me of all the Christmas movies, like The Grinch, when they're having the competition between houses for how bright they can be. What's the movie too? National Lampoon's Vacation, where they're so bright that their neighbors are so mad they get blinded. That's a hilarious one. So it's a Christmas thing. I don't know. I say let it shine.
If I were a neighbor, I'd start throwing more lights out too.
I would take those fines. All right, Christmas came alive on Dog River this weekend, and this was so cool to see. The Grand Mariner restaurant hosted its 51st annual Christmas boat parade. Nearly 30 boats, both large and small, dazzled spectators as they cruised by aglow with the lights. This year's theme was Rockin' the Docks, glowing on the river. Look how cool, it's a shark. Yes. Boats were judged on their adherence to the theme, crew, enthusiasm, and music, among other criteria. And the overall winner was the shark boat. I know a winner when I see one. Yeah, and the most creative award went to the Pink Cadillac crew. There's that shark boat. Wow. So cool. Look at the fin on the back just swaying. I like, there's the Pink Cadillac. I really like how some of these, they're doing if you look at the lights that they bought to do them are like the small LEDs, and it lets you do a lot more. I've seen on like TikTok,
and stuff. Some folks covering their cars with those kinds of lights.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Crazy, but good stuff there, getting us into the Christmas spirit for sure. Speaking of the Christmas spirit, it is cold outside. 48 degrees still right now in Grove Hill, 49 in Mobile, 52 in Gulf Shores. So these numbers are right where we expected. And it looks like it's going to stay a cool evening. In fact, we're going to get down into the 20s once again overnight tonight. Here's what it looks like. 25 degrees in Grove Hill overnight, and into our Tuesday morning, I have 23 in Monroeville here, 25 in Evergreen, 25 Bruton, 26 in Atmore, 27 in Mobile, 33 in Gulf Shores, 32 Pensacola. So the folks that could stay above freezing would be right along the immediate coast. Do note 28 degrees in Pascagoula. But this is the change. So after our chilly afternoon, we go to Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is cold, but after Tuesday morning, it is a warming trend here ahead of our next rain chance. Next rain chance does come on Tuesday. So let's talk warming trend. Warmer days are ahead. And I have this compared to average. Now, today's average temperature is 64 degrees, and we float around that number all the way through about Christmas. That is your average temperature. Now, notice we go above average heading to Thursday. Thursday, we have a front that passes. After a front, it's a cold front, so we get briefly cooler. 60 degrees on Friday, briefly below average. And then we're back up above average again for the following weekend. Temperatures return back into the 70s. And could that stick around all the way through the Christmas forecast? Well, this is the updated Climate Prediction Center outlook. Do you see that big box there that says warmer than average? This outlook, the 21st through the 25th, says that warmer than average temperatures are very likely for a large chunk of the country. And remember, I said our average is around 64 degrees. So do with that, you could see right around 70 possibly for Christmas in our early forecast. That is, of course, subject to some change. Let's talk rain chances. 30 or 60% rain chance on Thursday there. This is what it looks like on the GFS forecast model. Scattered showers ahead of time in the first half of the day. Then Thursday afternoon and evening, that's when we actually have the show happening, or we have the front pushing through, and the chance for showers. Some thunderstorms will be possible with this one. Then it pushes all the way out very quickly, and Friday is a drier day. Here's what it looks like in 7-day forecast, and you can see the numbers go higher than they have been. That 60% chance of rain on Thursday, then temps rebound by next weekend.
It's hard to believe because it seems like we just got things kicked off, but we're actually wrapping up our 10 Caring Gives program this week. We still need your help. Okay, so don't think it's quite over yet. We are once again partnering with Volunteers of America Southeast and Mercedes-Benz of Mobile and several other of our community partners to collect toys for those who need it this holiday season. We saw plenty of you today at the Walmart on I-65 Service Road, where Stephen Moody and Matt Barentine were this morning. The temperatures were cold, but our hearts are warm. Following a successful morning, we were able to get plenty of donations for our 10 Caring Gives program, including some from a local church.
There are a lot of children that are homeless, they're in shelters and their parents are not able to get these things that they need. So just come on, get on up, come and buy a toy. You don't have to bring a bunch. One toy will be good enough.
I love that. She says, get on up and bring a toy. And Thompson Engineering dropped off a truckload of toys at Mercedes-Benz of Mobile earlier today, and that's where Chelsea Sayason and Lee Peck spent their morning. Fox 10 is going to be live all day tomorrow at the Walmart in Daphne to wrap up our toy drive. We would love to see you out there. It's always a great time. It really is heartwarming to see so many people donating. And of course, if you can't make it there, then you can always drop off your toys at any of our drop-off locations. Mercedes-Benz of Mobile, Hanson Supertex, All In Credit Union, Sweat Tire and Automotive, and Eastern Shore Toyota. Of course, you can also just scan that QR code right there on your screen. If you want to donate and you can't get out, but you still want to help, every little bit helps this holiday season. All right, we will be right back with more coming up for you after the break as we leave you with a live look at that clear sky in downtown Mobile.
On the next Investigate TV Plus, a young woman's military dream turns into her family's worst nightmare.
Nobody signs up to die. That's not what they signed up for.
How intense physical demands could put recruits in unexpected danger, and the solutions that could help keep our armed.
Insurance company will make you wait and worry. Worrying is their game. Winning for you is ours. Andy.
That was a big weekend for St. Michael head football coach Philip Rivers, his family and his players, and really our whole community and more. After 5 years of retirement, he was back in the game.
Making his first NFL start with the Indianapolis Colts with only 3 days of practice under his belt.
The high school team he coached in his community held a watch party in downtown Fairhope.
In the first half, the 44-year-old Rivers connected with Josh Downs for his first touchdown, and the entire room erupted. I was watching live. I celebrated myself. It gave the Colts a 10-point lead. Rivers' comeback was big, but at the end, they did just fall short.
Losing the last 18 seconds to a field goal, the final score 18-16 Seahawks. Rivers says he has a lot of confidence in the guys he's playing with, and the bottom line is they have to find a way to win.
So, all in all, disappointed, thankful, and nothing but gratitude from a standpoint of getting to be here and be a part of it again. But disappointed we didn't get it done, as I have been disappointed in any other loss I've ever been a part of where I was the quarterback.
I think an even more poignant part of his speech, he got emotional talking about his guys back home, the players, getting to watch him do this. And he essentially said, you may think you're too old. You may think you're not good enough. You may be scared to go do it, but go do it anyways. And he was proud that he can say that to his guys when he comes back and they can see him. Because, 44 years old, getting back out there, that's got to be, I don't know if I can do it, but
it was an awesome thing to watch, and he is a wonderful role model for so many people.
Yep, we love to see it. All right, y'all, we will see you on Fox 2 News at 4 and 5, and tomorrow for Fox 10 Live. Join us.